So you can open your browser and you can search at the DIgSILENT.de or DIgSILENT only. And press enter. Then you can find here the link of the DIgSILENT. So go through any one link from here. Now this is the main homepage of this DIgSILENT. Then from here you can come here in this product area, and in this product area you can see the Powerfactory. So go through the Powerfactory, and in this Powerfactory you can see the demo request. So go through the demo request. And here you need to fill in the details for which purpose basically you are going to use this software: commercial purpose, research purpose, or education purpose. So basically, let me know you. We are dealing two types of software currently, research or education purpose. And the differences between is that if you are going through the research purpose, so you will get n number of nodes. And if you are going through the education purpose of the license of the DIgSILENT, so you will get the limited number of bus bar. It means so you can get maximum 50 number of buses, where if you are going to the research, so you will get a limited number of bus bars. Even functions and the facilities both are the same in the research and education, both of them. And if you have a license of the research version, basically, particularly whenever you have purchased the research version license, so you will get the access to ask any kind of query directly from the DIgSILENT. Because honestly, I'm telling to you that if any kind of query which you have, basically, if you have any kind of query, so you can connect with us. We are here to support you. But if you are looking for any kind of advanced suggestion from different kinds of functions and facility, so you can directly ask with the DIgSILENT as well. I'm not going to say you that we are here to handle every kind of thing, because you know that you are the faculty member, and even if you're a researcher, so you know that a single person cannot cover, or a single institution cannot cover entire things which are available in this software, basically, and particularly those things which are into the function and the facility. So we are here to support you initially, but if you are not find the solution from our end, so we are trying to get the solution from the DIgSILENT as well. If you have not active member onto the portal of the DIgSILENT, so we will try to get the solution from DIgSILENT and support you. If you have own license, and if you have validity to ask the query and question and take support from the DIgSILENT directly, so you can directly reach through the DIgSILENT as well. So both of the facility you can find out here. So let me come here. So you need to fill the details, some personal information. Then the things which you must need to read here. You need to fill only college domain mail ID or company domain mail ID, because if you are going to use any public domain mail address like Hotmail, Gmail, then they will not respond over your mail ID. So try to use, not only try to use, only you need to use company or college domain mail ID only. Then you need to fill some details which they are asking in this area, and submit this file. After submission, you will receive a link over your registered mail ID. Then click over that link. And after clicking over that link, it will take 24 hours. And then your account will be activated over the portal of the DIgSILENT. Okay. Then only you are able to download the software. And also you will get the license key for the trial version of 21 days or 30 days in this period. So you will get, and you can execute the function. Basically, during this time, you can see how this software we have in this, and is it user friendly or not. So that kind of things you can check, and even you can functions you can also enjoy. So I'm requesting to all of you, you can go through them and register yourself and request this demo license. And then you can analyze from your point of view, is it suitable or not for your system. Then you can further proceed to, if you are looking, or if you are thinking it is suitable for your students and for your institution, then you can go for purchase. Otherwise, it is not required to purchase every license. Okay. So this is the procedure to download, first of all, the registration, then you can download this software. Okay. Before going on to the software, I would like to show you our user list across India who are using this software across India. So you can see here our user list. So these are those institutions who are using this software for the research and education purpose. Some of the institutions' name are still not mentioned in this area. You can see here the ITs and ITs, even research institutes, private engineering colleges, private universities. So these are the institutions where we have delivered this product for the research purpose and education purpose as well. Okay, now let me come over the software. So whenever you are opening the software, then you will get the interface look like this. Initially, you will get two pop-up window. Okay, so we will talk it about this end of the session. Our uh, marketing team will be connect with you. Okay. Okay. So here, first of all, you will get some pop-up window where you can get the information about software. Basically, the interface look like this, which kind of interface you can generate here and how they are looking. So this kind of things you can see here in this area. Welcome to Power Factory area. So let me close this. Then another window you can find out, and it is very useful for every aspect. Basically, in this area, you can find out the examples. So you can see here the application examples. So within this application examples, there are different types of examples like LV distribution network, MB distribution network, transmission system, Texas grid, industrial networks, lighting transient, state estimation, and many more other examples comes under this application example area. And within this LP distribution network, you can see these are the study cases. So 8 to 10 study cases you can find out here in this LB distribution network. And even not only the study cases, you can see the videos which are related to the particular study case. So suppose if you are opening this LB distribution network, and in this LB distribution network, if you want to check out about the base model, so you can directly click over this icon, and it will automatically visit over the DIgSILENT YouTube channel. From there, you will get the video which is based on this base model only. Similarly, you can check about LV load flow calculation, feeder load scaling, cable sizing. So these are the study cases, and you can import these examples in your system only clicking over this icon. Simple click over this icon, and you can import this example in your system, and you can do any kind of modification which you want. That will not affected your original existing examples. Similarly, you can check in this MB distribution network. So these are the study cases, and also there are some videos. These videos are not available for every section, but if you're not getting the videos, so you will get the documentation file. For example, in this hydropower plant, you are not getting any videos, but you can find out the documentation, how basically they built this hydropower plant. Okay, you can see here all information which they are using to develop this hydropower plant, you can find out in this area. Similarly, other more examples here, like example from the literature. So there are 9-bus system, and also in this 9-bus system, you can find out the documentation, what's the parameter they have fitted for this 9 buses, what's the calculation they are using, how they develop this network. So all the information you can get about this software. Just wait for a minute. Sorry for this inconvenience. And here about this 9-bus system, you will get all the information, and not only the 9-bus system, how they design, but they are going to perform here. So everything you can find out in this area. even use if you can use the data and you can develop same kind of network and you can analyze as well. So this kind of information you will get from this documentation file. Okay. Similarly, there are 14 verse system, 39 verse system, and many more other examples from the literature area. Then there are some standard examples from ICE, like ICE standard 60909, 61363, 61660. So these are some examples which comes under this software. Now let me close it. And this is the main interface of this software. So in the top of your screen, you can find out there are different types of tabs like file, edit, view, insert, data, calculation, and many more other tabs in this tab area, which are useful and it depends how much time you are going to invest with this software. So you will get the awareness about the particular tab area, because it is not possible to consider and explain everything in single sitting. Then below this tab area, you can find out there are different types of icon sections, and these icons are not activated yet. And you can see it is in deactivate mode. It is not a dark black color, and only this data manager icon is in activate mode. You can find out here. So let me create a new page first, sorry, new project first from here. So go to the file tab, and from here select new and go to the project. User can define their project name here. So I'm just going with number 30.
A part of them, any other information which they want to change from this area, so they can change if they are possible in this area. So let me go with project number 30 and press OK. Then it will ask the basic data and about your grid. So what's the name basically you want to provide your grid name? So suppose, for example, if we are developing a network of 110 kV only, so you can provide your grid name 110 kV. If we are going to develop a network for a society, so we can define the name accordingly. So here just only define the name of our project, grid area, sorry. Okay. Then a part of them, you can check about the description and load flow area as well. So till now, we do not need to do any kind of modification from this area, and press OK. Now you can see here in the menu just below this tab icon area, there are tab area. The icons which are earlier not activated, now more of them has been activated, and still some of them are not activated. But once you are going to use this software, basically design your develop your network and execute the function, so that will be appear one by one. Okay. Then in the left hand side, you can find out here the drawing tool area. So here you will get all kinds of components which are available in the software. Some of them you are not getting in front of this area, but you can find out. I will let you know how you can find out that component. And it is right currently we are in this drawing tool area, and you can also switch from this drawing area to project view area, overview area, sorry. And here you can create multiple study cases in the same project. Okay. So if you remember when we are showing the examples, so whenever you are open examples, so you can find out there are different types of study cases in this area. And that time, if you want to add any kind of component in that particular study cases network, so directly click over this drawing tool option, and you will get the tool, and you can add your tool or component in your particular design network. So in this tool section, we can see there are different types of components like bus bar. So whenever we are moving your cursor over the component, so you can find out the name of the component. Otherwise, you can use this icon. So it will also show the level of the component, basically the name of the component. Okay. Then again, another section is related to the bus bar. So this is also single bus bar with tiebreaker, double bus bar with tiebreaker. So different types of bus bars you can find out from this area. Then there are the different types of switches as well. So these are the switches which are available in this section. Then you can find out line, cable, and series impedances as well. So if you're not getting the name of the component, so you can simply move the cursor over the component and you can see the name of component. In this transformer area, we have 2 winding transformer, 3 winding transformer, 4 winding transformer, 5 winding transformer, booster transformer. So there are different types of transformers you can find out in this area in this transformer sections. Then in the generators and loads, we have synchronous machine, asynchronous machine, wind generator, fuel cell, battery storage, general load, MB load. So these are the also load sections we have, PV as well. Then in the source area, there are different kinds of also source existing like external grid as well. So these are the sources which we can also find out even the battery sections as well. This is single terminal battery and this is the 2 terminal battery. Then we have shunt and filters, power electronic devices, protection devices, grounding elements and surge arresters, load flow controllers, measurement devices, and many more other components in this drawing tool group area. Okay. Now in the middle of this section, this is called our schematic or drawing area where basically we are going to design our network. And just above this schematic area, you can find out another icon section, sub icon section. You can also see here. And in this sub icon sections, you can find out another many more other tools as well, which you will see during this session. What is the purpose of these icons? And just below of this is our output window where you can find out all the information and particularly those after execution of any kind of functions. So if any kind of error occurs in your network, so that will also display over your screen. There are an error, but in the details form, the error you can find out in this area, in this output window. You can maximize and minimize this output window as per your choice. So if you want to maximize this output window, you can come in this main icon section and you can see here this the icon where is mentioning T. So simply click over this icon. So it will maximize your output window. And if you want to maximize this graphical window area, so you can simply click over this icon. So it will maximize your graphical window area. Okay. So I hope the basic things has been clear from here. Just one more thing, which is very important for the new user basically. So in this tab tab section area, you can see the help icon. Help icon is very useful for every point of view, and even not only for the learner, even if you are a user of this software. Basically, from last 4 to 5 years, I'm looking at the person who are using the software. So they are going to work in a specialized particular functions. They are not going to execute each and every functions because we have already shared our the customer list with you, and one of the prominent customers we have IIT Mumbai and Mumbai or Madras. I'm just a little bit confused. They have 25 user of only research based license, and the single person using single functions for this the license. Not they're going to execute multiple functions on with the same license. So it is possibility. It is not. It is possibility that not it is not cover all the functions by the single person. So these kinds of things, if you need any kind of support from this area, so you can come with this help tab, and in this user manual where you can find out more than 1500 pages. Here you can find out all the functions and the facilities, even the basic things as well. So you can see in this section. You can type your keyword using, let me control plus F. You can type your keyword that will be found in this area and that will be displayed in the front of the user. Okay. And how you can find out all the functions and the facility, basically the which kind of functions you have in this software. So you can come in this help tab icon and click over the about Powerfactory, and these are the modules or the functions basically right now I have which I can execute, and my software is capable. So from here you can find out all the modules which you are getting with this software. A part of them from this page, user can also go through the support portal. So simply click over this online support center area, and they can visit the support portal area and they can ask the queries. But this is only for those customers who have purchased this license and they have the valid maintenance period. Maintenance period means that if you're not aware of that, so I'm just uh, giving you an example. Suppose if we have purchased any smartphone, so we have 1 year validity to if any kind of disturbance comes or any kind of defect comes related to software, not with the hardware or from outer side. So we can go within the service intent and we can take facility without paying any kind of cost. So same kind of things in this support center. But already I tell you that if your support portal has been expired, if your date has been expired, but if you want to ask the query, so you can share with us. We will ask from the DIgSILENT. If you're not able to provide the solution from my end, so we will ask with the DIgSILENT team and we will provide you the solution. Okay. So now we are going to design our network from here. So first of all, I'm going to take bus bar. So you can take any bus bar from this area. There are some differences from this bus bar and this bus bar. If you are going through this bus bar system, so you are free to connect directly, a simple click over the bus bar and you can connect your component. But if you are going to take this bus bar system, so it will provide you initial 4 points. Just in a electricity board, there are 4 switches, so you can add 4 components, electrical components with that particular 4 switches. So same kind of things you can find out in this bus bar system. So let me go through this one. I will also add this so you will better understand about both of them. So suppose if I'm going to design a 3 bus network only, or let me take one more from here. And another one, I would like to add this bus bar so you will better understand. Okay. So we have taken 5 buses from this area. Now we need to take some source which generate the power. So you can take as per your choice, synchronous machine, PP, wind generator, anything as per your choice. So I'm going to take external grid from this area and let me add here. Even you can add anywhere as per your choice. And for disable this function, simply right mouse click and take. If you want to take your component, simply select your component. So suppose we right now I need a line to establish a link or connection between two terminal. So let me take a line. So simply click over the component and move your cursor from here. Then you can see your cursor contain that component. Now let me click here and connect. Okay. And one more connection, basically I would like to establish from here. Yes. So here you can observe earlier when we are clicking over this kind of terminal, so it was not asking where you would like to connect this component. But if you are going to the second bus bar system, so you need to select a particular point where you like to connect. And basically from here you can find out the option to switch. If you want to disconnect the switch, so you can disconnect as well. So suppose I would like to connect here, so simply click and now it has been connected. Then I need to, or I would like to add a generator as well. Sorry, transformer. So I'm just taking a 2 winding transformer from this area. And let me connect it. Yeah. So this is very basic network where we have adding 5 buses. We are basically considering five buses, 3 lines, 1 transformer. So also let me add some general load. So let me take general load and click. And one more I would like to add here. Now, the next step to provide the parameters for the components. So let me go one by one. So first of all, I'm just clicking over this terminal, double click over this terminal. And from here, you can define the name of the component. So by default, the name of this component is terminal. So let me give its name bus number 1 or terminal 1. So it depends over the user, what's the name they are going to define. So let me define its bus number 1. or bus bar 1. Then come here in the system type, and you can define your system type as CDC, or then phase technology ABC neutral. So two phase technology, single phase technology. So there are multiple options which you can define from this area. Okay. And line to line voltage, it is 110 kV. It is fine for me. So now press OK. And follow the same procedure for each bus bar. But keep in your mind where you have added a line, where you have added transformer. So accordingly, you need to provide the data. Now let me double click over this second terminal. So let me give its name bus number 2. And it is also 110 kV because we have a line between bus number 1 and 2. Then this is our bus number 3. It will be also 110. Now, bus number 4. So here we need to change the line to line voltage. Why? Because we have our transformer between bus number 3 to 4. So let me make it 11 kV, suppose. And press OK. And finally, bus number 5. Even you can define the substation name as well. So right now it is giving its substation only. It's fine. And it will be also 11K. So we have modified the value or the data for bus bar only. Now we will consider another component. Even you can go in the state form, like you can consider bus number 1, line 1, then bus number 2 as well. It's all your choice. Why I'm going with this bus bar first? Because we are not going to leave the component, and initially we are going to select if, because it is a straight line, so we can consider, okay, bus bar line, bus bar line, bus bar transformer, bus bar line. But if you have the complex network, so some there are multiple kinds of branches if from the single places. So in that time, so at that time you are getting confused. So just I'm using these things, but you are free. You can do any kind of things as per your choice. Now let me define this line. So let me double click over this line and let me give its name line number 1. Now go for the type. Yes. If you remember, I tell you that if you these are not only the tools which are available in front of you. You can find out another more tools from the DIgSILENT library, which is not showing from this area right now. But just let me show you. I'm not going to add any kind of component from that area. So basically, this is my new project. So I can go through the new project. But if you want to add a line from the DIgSILENT library, so you can go to the select type option, select line type. So it will automatically come here in this DIgSILENT library. Otherwise, you can actually, if you're getting this kind of page and if you're not coming at this place, so you can come here in this DIgSILENT library and then you can select your component name. So in this DIgSILENT library, there are dynamic model, equipment types, harmonics, operational data, protection device, quasi-dynamic models. So these kinds of things you can find out from this area. Okay. And from that place, you can add your specific line as per your choice. So for now, I'm going to new project type and select line type. So this is our line type 1, where rated voltage will be 110 kV. Why? Because it is added between bus number 1 to 2. Rated current, it depends over the user. System type AC, we have already defined for bus bars, so it will be same. 3-phase technology, 2-phase single phase. So it also depends over the user. Number of meters they can also define. If you have the data of the resistance, reactance, so you can add the data. Otherwise, you can leave it. So suppose let me add the data resistance 0.11 and reactance suppose 0.22 and enter. It is not 100% correct data. I'm just feeding value to show you. A part of them, you can set here the length of line, the rating factor, line as a ground or here. So, and what's the parameter you have fitted here? So that will be appear in this area as well. So if you're okay with this data, so you can further press OK and follow the same procedure for line number 2. Now go to again type, new project type, line type. So this is our line type 2, where rated voltage will be also 110 kV. And resistance is point, suppose 1, 2, and reactance 0.25. Okay. Now let me press OK. Now come here at line number 3. So this is our line number 3. Again, go to the type, select new project type, line type, and here it is 11 kV. If you remember, line type 3, and our resistance point suppose 1.5 and reactance point 3.1. So the remaining component, now we have transformer and 2 general load. So let me double click over this transformer. And we have only one transformer. So if you want to change, so you can change the name, otherwise you can leave it. Now go to the type, select new project type. And here basically it is 3 phase transformer we have. You can change as per your choice. Then in the rated power, this is 1 MVA, and I'm okay with that. And I have no any kind of issue with this 1 MVA. I will change it as per our requirement. High voltage side, it is the mandatory part. So high voltage side is 110 kV, whereas low voltage side is 11 kV. A part of them, anything which you want to change from this area, so you can change. Otherwise, you can leave it and you can further proceed for the next step. Okay. High voltage side 110 and low voltage side is 11. Sometime you will getting error. And which kind of error? You can see here the high voltage side at bus number 3 and low voltage side at bus number 4. So let me show the picture. So it is okay. High voltage is here 110 and 11 at bus number 4. But sometime after even fitting this information, here the information is correct. But if you are coming at this page, then this situation is in just opposite. At bus number 4, it will show high voltage, and at bus number 3 show low voltage. So in that situation, what user need to do here? Here you can find out the flip connection option. So simply click over the flip connection, and it will change the connecting point of your transformer at different bus bar. So after clicking over the flip connection, you can see high voltage side at bus number 4 and low voltage at bus number 3, which will show error if we are going to execute. So let me show you. Okay. So let me click again flip connection. Now it has been corrected and press OK. Now come out at general load. So double click over this general load. Let me give its name load number 1, L1. Then go to the load flow and input model as a default, or any other things you can choose as per your choice, balanced or unbalanced load. So it also depends over the user and the local controller. So you can check from this area, active power, reactive power, so you can feed here. And if you have a data of 24 hours like that, so you can also feed. So how you can feed that kind of data? So simply right mouse click in this active power and go for the add project characteristics and select time characteristics.
So it will automatically come here in your project number 30. This is our project number 30, characteristics. And now create here the new page. And here from this place, you can add your data onto the duration of 15 minutes, even hourly basis. So two options you can find out and you can change your data. Okay. So right now I'm going to feed, suppose active power is 2 and the reactive power is 1. Similarly, for the second load, this is our load number 2. Go to the load flow and let me fix it to 1 and 0.5. Okay. So we have done the basic things, basically design our network and feed the particular data for the particular component. So let me execute the load flow calculation first of all. If you are going to perform any kind of functions in this software or developing your network, and if you want to check about any kind of error existing or not, so first of all try to execute load flow. So if there will be any kind of error exist in your network, so you can eliminate, then you can further proceed for your next calculation function. So come here at this tool tab, calculation tab, and in this calculation tab you can see the load flow option. So click over the load flow. In the basic options, you can find out calculation method. Like AC load flow, balanced, positive sequence, unbalanced three-phase system, and DC load flow. A part of them, again, you can find out there are many more options as per your choice. You can change the setting. Similarly, active power controls, advanced options, calculation setting areas. So there are two types of calculation method: Newton-Raphson current equation and power equation. Output options. So these are some options you can check out from this area. And let me press execute. Okay. So our load flow successfully executed, which is displaying over our screen. If any kind of error that will be exist, so it will not execute and error will be displayed in this area. And in this output window, you can also check load flow calculation successful. Let me zoom it. So you can see here at this transformer, this the loading percentage it is indicating 113.9%. And in this bus bar cubic area, user can find out a line-to-line voltage, magnitude, and the angle at this particular bus number 4. Similarly, at different buses, there are different values there are existing. Even you can find out active power, reactive power, and current as well. And one more thing which you are notice here, the components color. Okay. And also the loading of the line. So it is 1.8%. Here it is 113%. So why this is happening? The color of this bus bar is green, fair. The color of this transformer is 113.9%. Here it is over this line is only 1.8%. So why this is happening? So for that, this is the general understanding. If you know that. And obviously you know that why this is indicating red, because it's a high load and it is in the danger. Okay. So how we can understand through the different aspects and from the features of the software. So you can come here in this sub icon area and you can see this icon. So legend layer. So click over the icon. And from this section, you can see here, there are two sections, basically voltage or loading. So voltage is indicating over this bus bar, whereas load is indicating over the line and the transformer. It is lying from 0.9 to maximum 1.1 per unit for this bus bar. And if the loading percentage will be 80 or 100 or more than 100, so the color of the component will be indicated through this color. Over this line, the loading percentage is only 1.8%, which is below 80. So that is the region it is indicating through the black color. Once it become 80 or more than 80, so the color of the line will be also change. Okay. Even you can use this icon to generate heat map for your diagrams. Simply click over the icon, and in this general area, you can see the resolution of the heat map like low, medium, high, user defined as well, and you can press execute. So you can see here the heat map for this network. Let me deactivate it. A part of them, basically right now the loading percentage over this transformer is 113%, which is higher, which more than 100%. So you can manage this load. So you can use two options. First one, you can reduce the load from this bus bar, sorry, from this general load. So suppose let me try and just reducing this load from 2 to, let me make it 1.5 and 0.75. Okay. And let me try to execute load flow again. So you can go through the calculate tab. Otherwise, you can use this icon and you can execute load flow. Now still it is 113%. Okay. Oh, sorry, because the loading it is conveyed through this one. Let me try to do from here. Now here the loading percentage is only 64.9%. Okay. So from this way you can reduce the load from your network, and you can manage your network as well. And what are them? The things which you can also perform here, animation of load flow. So you can check about the direction of load flow from bottom to top or top to bottom, in which direction it is happening. And it basically this is very small network, so you can just here in first instance, because here we have external grid, so it obviously it will form from bottom to top. But if you have a complex network, so in that case you can check about also. So let me go through this layers option, and in this layer even you can also see and check out these options which that will display. Now come here in this element detail area and check about the power flow direction errors and show animation. And also I would like to select the section levels and press OK. Okay. So you can see the animation of load flow. Basically, the section level is not required for show this thing. Okay. So this is the load flow happening from bottom in this network, and you can manage the load as well. And according to the data, the color of the component that will display over this network. Suppose if I'm extending this load from 1.5, right now the loading percentage over this line is only 1.2. And I would like to make it more and basically I would like to show in the red color or orange color. So let me make it suppose 150. And execute load flow. So till now the loading percentage is only 71. So it comes under in the same area. And one thing which you need to absorb here, the color of this bus bar is just lighter in compared to this one. Okay, so it is varying the voltage of this bus bar in compared to this. So it sometime it will indicate through the blue color, yellow color. So it depends over which range it is the voltage comes over your bus bar. So that will be appear. Now you can see in this node area there are 3 variables, but if you want to change the data and what's the data, basically they are going to inform here. So you can take simply right mouse click over them and go to the edit format for nodes. And in this section you can see the variable name, unit, description, even if you want to change the decimal place or add more places values. So you can check out from this area simply like line to line voltage, it is only one place of decimal per per unit magnitude or volume voltage, it is at 2 decimal places. So you can add from this area, or you can change the value and you can apply. One more thing, suppose I would like to add another more variable in this section. So simply right mouse click in this upper blank box area, and from here let me append a row. Okay, now double click in this first column, say So these are the variables which you can add as per your choice in that section. So let me add a voltage imaginary part support that. Okay. So the value for this is 0 in negative. So let me make okay. So you can see this data is not reflecting only for this bus bar. It is also reflecting for each and every bus bar. Okay. Then I would like to show you how you can generate the basically first of all how you can develop the bar diagram or other graphics which are possible for this network. So simply select your component. Suppose I like to develop a bar diagram for this bus bar. So select using Control key. Right mouse click over anyone and go through the plot option and select bar diagram. So there are three variables you have, and these are the options you can have. You have like magnitude in per unit, magnitude in kV. So these are three variables you can find out, and you can select and plot the bar diagram for your bus number 1 to bus number 5. Okay. Similarly, you can plot graph for your transformer. So select your transformer, right mouse click, go to the plot, and you can plot the graph like insert vector plot, time over current plot. That will also develop in separate window, and you can come directly over clicking the grid option. Okay. So this is your load flow. A part of them, suppose if you are getting a network in front of you, and if you have no data, what's the data basically they have fed it for that component, and one by one, if you are not right, if you are not ready to go for each component, so you can come here in this network model manager, and from this network model manager you can find out the all components which are available in this network, and from here you can gather the data about your particular component. So this is a very flexible data. You can change the options from here. Come here this basic data. Okay. So the length of line, somewhere it was mentioned. Yes, length of line is 1 kilometer. And what's the data you have fed that will also appear, and after execution what happens. So everything you can find out here, like about your it resistance and reactance, everything you can find out here. What's the data I have fed. One more thing is that suppose if you are not ready to go for individually component and click and add the value, so you can also come here at this place and you can find out this area and you can feed the data. Okay. Even you can copy the data from that place. That will show you again. Suppose if a user want to copy the data from here, so they can take the data, simply select all using Control A, even or drag it directly from both row, and right mouse click over anyone and go through the separate sheet format. Then you can find out options copy, and second copy with column error. So always go through this copy with column error, because if you're going to use that option, so you do not need to write the column name like name or generator, active power, reactive power. So that kind of things you do not need to mention in your Excel sheet. And whenever you are going to paste, so it will be appear just like this, which is right now indicating over your screen. Let me paste it. Okay. Similarly, you can gather the data for another component as well. So this is your load flow calculation. Now I'm going to execute and basically develop the report card for this network. To generate report card for this 5-bus network, you can come in this window tab, and just below this window tab you can see the icon. This is the generate report icon. Otherwise you can come here in this output tab, and output tab you can also find out the generate report option. So you can select any one from here. So currently, if I'm going to execute it, then only grid summary of this DIgSILENT that will be appear in front of us. So from this area, I would like to select the complete system report. And one more thing, let me try. Yes, voltage and loading violation. And let me merge both the report and document name. Project number 30 data. Okay. So just wait, it is taking some time to execute and generate the report. So just wait. You can see here in the below right hand corner of your screen, this is generating the report. Yes. So this is your report in the PDF form, which contains 6 pages. Okay. Even you can find out in the output window as well. Okay. So let me close it. You can export, you can take printout as well. So let me close, and also let me check in output window. So let me click over this icon so we can see in the maximum output window. Okay. So this is your load flow calculation of during using the Powerfactory 2026 version, and the date 8th of the June 2026 load flow calculation we are performing here. So all the information you can find out in this area, which you have selected during your documentation or report generation. Okay. So this is your load flow. Now let me proceed for the next function, which are called the short circuit. So I'm going to execute on the same network because already we have covered the 3 o'clock it is happened. Yes. So how you can execute the short circuit for the same network? Okay. So for that, you can come here in this calculation tab and you can select the short circuit. Select short circuit from here. After selecting short circuit, in the basic methods of the short circuit, there are different types of methods like VDE 0102, IC standard 60909, ANSI standard, complete method of short circuit. So these are the methods which you can find out in this software to execute short circuit. Then published year. So current year is indicating is recent one is 2016, and earlier was 2001 as well. Fault type, 3-phase short circuit, 2-phase short circuit, single phase to ground, one single double phase to ground, single phase to neutral. So these are the multiple options for the fault type. Then you can calculate maximum short circuit and minimum short circuit current. So these are both of the options you have. Maximum voltage tolerance for LV system is 6%. You can change the data as per your choice. Then break time, user break time, fault clearing time. So these are the options you can find out, and you want to change, so you can change here. And right now, if I'm going to execute the short circuit, so it will be occur at each and every bus bar. So you can see fault location at all bus bar. So let me execute. So now short circuit happened not only for bus number 1, bus number 2, even it is happening for each and every buses where user can find out there are 3 variables: initial short circuit power, initial short circuit current, and peak short circuit current. Similarly, user can perform short circuit for the individual bus bar, for individual component like your individual line or multiple component as well. So if a user want to perform short circuit for only bus number 1, so you can follow 2 options. First, simply right mouse click over them, then go to the calculation and select short circuit. So you can see in the user selection, it is indicating bus number 1. Why? Because you are selecting bus number 1 only. Okay. Still methods are same, so you can change your method as well. and let me execute. So now short circuit happened for bus number 1 only. And one more thing, whenever you are going to perform short circuit, for your across diagram for individual components, so you do not need to generate your report card. Why? Because report card will be generated each and every time after execution of short circuit. So let me show you. So first of all, we have performed short circuit for 5 objects. It means 5 bus bar. There was 5 bus bars, so it was happening over them. So short circuit happened at bus number 1 to bus number 5, and what the rated voltage, current, and all the information which are related to short circuit you can find out in this area. Second time we are performing short circuit only for bus number 1. So only the data which are related to the bus number 1 is indicating here, and even a user can also find out here which kind of component basically connected at bus number 1. So bus number 1 contain line number 1 and external grid only. Similarly, at bus number 5, there are line only. At bus number 1, we have external grid and line. Bus number 2, we have 2 lines, line number 2 and line number 1. Similarly, bus number 3 and 4 as well. So this is happening for the first option. Second option, how you can execute short circuit for individual component. So you can come here this calculation of the short circuit icon directly. Otherwise, you can come through the calculation tab. So let me click here. And at the place of user selection at bus number 1, you need to select your another component. So click over this drop down menu, and from here go to the select. Okay. So currently, because we have already defined here, let me show you again from the scratch, so that will be create more awareness. So let me reset it. Okay. And suppose if you are getting this in this condition, okay. So let me select from here the user selection first, then go to the drop down menu, and now go to the select option. Here is the confusion in the user in first instance, but if you are going to execute it again, so it will create confidence, and you are not going to trouble any kind of thing. So initially, if you're going to click over the libraries, so you can find the different types of sections in the library. You are not getting easily the components where you want to perform. If you are selecting the network model manager, network model, so there are 2 options, diagrams and network data. So if you have selected the diagram, so you can find out the grid and S5, but you are not getting those components which you want. You can see here. So the component, the basic components, the line, bus bar is available in this network data. Now go to the grid. So this is your components from here which you can select. So suppose I would like to perform at line number 2 or line number 1. So select from here. Now press OK. Here you can see the user selection at line number 1. And one more thing, whenever you are performing short circuit for your line, then user can find out 2 options, but it depends over the situation. If you are going to execute short circuit for a single line, not more than 1 line and not more than one, not only with a line and other with the bus bar. So whenever you are performing short circuit for a single line, then user can find out still all the things are same, methods, fault type, calculation, but the additional information which you can get here, the relative option. Relative option, it means that it will define where you would like to perform short circuit. By default, the relative value is 50%. So if we are going to execute short circuit, so it will be happen at 500 meter or 0.5 kilometer, because the length of line is 1 kilometer. So let me try. Okay, so it is happening at line number 1, between bus number 1 to 2. Here you can find out the information like initial short circuit power, initial short circuit current, and peak short circuit current. But if a user want to perform short circuit at nearby bus number 1, bus number 2, so they can also perform, and it is possible only and only that time when you have selected only one line. Okay. So both the options you have understand here, how you can execute short circuit for individual component. You can right mouse click over them and directly go through the calculation. So you do not need to search in the data manager area. So now let me change it from 50 to suppose 20%. Now the next confusion that if we have feed here the 20% data, so at which place it will be happen. For clear this information, you can see here in this we have two options: fall distance from terminal I and terminal J. Terminal I indicating nearby bus number 1, where terminal J is at bus number 2. So right now if we are executing short circuit, then it will happen at terminal number 1 or bus number 1. If we are selecting terminal J, so it will happen nearby bus number 2. Okay, so let me show you. You can see. Okay. Even it is also indicating short circuit location is 80% from bus number 1. Okay. So this is the options to execute load flow short circuit in the software. Now I would like to show you how you can execute short circuit for the multiple components at the same time. So user can select component using control key. I'm just selecting these three components. Right mouse click, then go to the calculation, and from here select multiple faults. Okay. Now select all from here and close this window. Then you can see the method is automatically selected as a complete method of short circuit, and only you can maximum short circuit and minimum short circuit you can enjoy from here. And let me execute. And I would like to check out the output data in details form. So let me execute here. Okay. So we have performed short circuit for 3 components: bus number 2, bus number 3, and line. And if you want to export the data from here, so you can use printout option, you can use copy, or sorry, save option. You can, even if you want to erase the data, so you can check out this, click over this icon, and it will erase all the data from this area. So this is it, the load flow short circuit happen in this network with the software. A part of them, the functions which you can execute, you can click over this drop down menu of this tool section area as well. And these are the functions like contingency analysis, quasi dynamic simulation, Impt simulation, a small signal stability analysis, so protection and arc flex analysis. So these are the functions you can also execute as per your choice. So let me show you, suppose I would like to perform quasi dynamic simulation, sorry, Impt simulation or quasi dynamic anything. So already we have developed a network. Okay. So first of all, click over this icon to initial condition of to calculate. So you have two options. You can execute RMS or instantaneous in electromagnetic. So you can select anyone from here and execute. Even you can plot the graph as well. So for that, user must need to define the component first. So suppose I would like to define this bus bar. So right mouse click, then you can see the result variable, select RMS Impt simulation. So because we have selected bus number 2, so it is indicating this area. Now double click over the component, and from this variable area, you can select the variable. Let me first of all select the function which are related to the Impt only. So I have selected the Impt only. These are the variables you can find out in this area. So let me select a variable from this area like first the variable, let me take from this ish. Let me try short circuit current. It is sorting or not. Okay. Now close it. Let me take this graph curve plot in this filter area. This is RMS Impt. Yes, okay. Now double click in this element tool of element cell area and select this bus number 2. Double click again. short circuit. If you want to add, suppose if we have more elements, so we can also add the row. So right mouse click and insert row. And one more variable we have, voltage figure. Okay. Now press OK and run this simulation for 2 seconds. So only the phasor magnitude is indicating a short circuit current at current it is not indicating anywhere. It is at 0 condition. It is also indicating, but at the base only with the x-axis. Okay. Similarly, you can define another more component. So suppose I would like to show for this line. So right mouse click, go to the, let me first of all execute it. Result variable RMS Impt. Let me define for this line. Double click here. Okay. Now let me take phase voltage and phase current, only 2 variable. Close this window. Again come here, this graphic section area. Let me take graph plot. Double click over the element. Select this line this time and variable. Let me select both. One phase current. First one contain phase voltage. Second one contain phase current. Okay. Now press OK and let me execute or simulate for 2 seconds only again and execute it. Okay, yes. So you can see we have 2 curves. First one for the voltage and second one for the current. Let me fix it and expand. Okay, so you can see the sinusoidal graph which is indicating over this graphical window area. So from this way you can execute your own functions as per your choice and execute them. Now let me show you how you can export this diagram, or even if you want to export the diagram only for the view purpose to your any other member, so you can export diagram through this option and in this PDF form. They are not able to do any kind of modification or any kind of run or any kind of things, the data which they want to change. They can only see as a, just like the picture. But if you want to share the diagram with the data as well, so if they want to do any kind of modification in their own system, so they can run. For that, you can come here in this icon, data manager. Now click over this icon and here you can find out the sections like your system name. So my system name is Lenovo, and here you can find out all the functions, all the exercise which you have executed earlier. So one question was that also how we can find out our older project. So you can find out from this area which kind of project you have opened earlier, and you have generated different kinds of projects. So all the things you can find out this in this area. So this is our project number 30. Now right mouse click over them and you can see in the end of this page import or export. So click over the export option. You can select your space and project number 30 and keep in your mind whenever you are executing the file of the DIgSILENT Powerfactory, so that will be indicating the .pfd, not PDF. Okay, so sometimes it creates the confusion PDF or PFD, so it is PFD. Now save. Let me select the project 30, export current state. Okay. Now let me close it. And one more thing, in this software, a very good feature is that you do not need to save your project. It will be automatically save your project after every selection or every confirmation. Once you are going to add your components, that will be save your project. Okay? So this is your project number 30, and you can open anywhere with the same kind of license 2026 version only. If you are going to use with the 2025, so it will not open. But the data of 2025 you can run with the 2026. Okay. So this is all about load flow and short circuit and the EMT simulation as well. A part of them, there are the various functions and facilities are available, which you can explore as well. Even you can develop here the EV module as well. So there are some electrical EV module which are defining basically providing from the DIgSILENT. It is also appear in this software. So from my end, this is the end of the session. So if you have any kinds of doubts and query, so you can drop your question in the chat box. So we will try to review the answer. Can you please show economic analysis? So I'm sorry for that, sir. I'm not able to show here right now economic analysis about that. But we will try to consider in the next session. We will, if you are joining again in the next session, so we will try to consider this economic analysis as well. Anything else which I have delivered now and today? So you have any kinds of doubts and queries you can ask. Otherwise, this is the end of my session. And please available here. I'm just sharing the feedback.